one chicken and 5 children, we could just eat her.
Homeschooled.
There's so many dead. I don't know. No one believes in this. The people can't read. Who am I? The king is dead. I want your sons. Historically, life has always been difficult. Men have always come together to rule one another, as so it has been. Fashion has played a role in the governing of men. Dressing up in a trash bag and roaming around, seeking justice wherever you may find it, destroying civilizations and cities, coming up with parchment, written word. It was quite common for men to cut down trees and use the portion of the tree as paper. This technology progressed all over the earth. However, it was completely ineffective. At night time, there was no way to keep track of what was going on due to the fact that there was no power. Great fires were set so that those could see at night, and written word could be transmuted into light. However, this played a factor in the destruction of everyone because civilization was taking a huge hit on the nose. No one could see in front of them. A great man by the name of Obadiah and his brothers Shinshai and Fo all got together and wore blankets and bed sheets and decided that they needed a way to see properly at night, a way to engage in proper social etiquette. And so, thus was born the molecule. Indeed, the molecule led the way for current technologies of today, because back in olden times, social media didn't exist. There was simply social. Yes. And so, paving the way using this molecule led mankind down a dark rabbit hole, lit by candlelight, on the quest to read at night when one could not see. The creation of fire brought about the destruction of many. Wars were waged simply for this technology, the latent eclipsities. Yes, Obadiah was a trailblazer, leading the world in this quest to realign the molecule. And so Obadiah began to preach madness and tell people that he himself was some sort of deity. But no one understood. How could they? No one had ever heard anything like this before said in human history. Confusion spread across the land like a disease. Botus and Isidore of Silve both believed themselves to be more than just men as well. They believed that the technology they possessed, the trees that they cut down, would lead to a new form of parchment, a parchment that could burn for 10 hours straight, almost all through the night. However, this turned out to be folly and led only to mass destruction of trees. It was a very sad time in history. The old logic was broken. Millions of people clamored to learn written word. However, it was only the so-called churches that possessed it. Yes, claiming that staring at these weird markings on paper would lead them down a path of intelligence. And this caused many men to change their vestiges. Yes, Silve became a revolutionary state. Yes, one of the first of its kind, leading the earth in the charge against darkness at nighttime. Many believed that this confusion on the nature of things in medieval encyclopedias on ancient astronomy would include discussions on phenomena such as the sun, the moon, the states. Epidemiologists, as medieval encyclopedias covering all of the known aspects of human knowledge. This is false. Nothing they knew was true at all. It was more madness and conjecture born of folly. It's based upon both pagan and Christian sources and claimed to be one of the most popular books on learning in the Middle Ages. However, the parchments were simply trees cut down. Obadiah, once he realized this, he changed his entire mode of thinking, and he knew that he had been a stupid son of a bitch, and that his life had been gone for nothing, and no one respected him because he spoke such nonsense. And so it was believed that a monarchy, a society led by a king, would be the best form of technology to put forth. And so the church banded together with Obadiah, and they moved in this direction. However, this proved to be even more stupidity, because once you give a man a silly hat and a stick made of gold, folly will definitely ensue. Francilla became one of the first places to be consumed with madness, and it spread all over. Yes, the church grew in power due to the fact that the credibility was lost and more parchments were made. Yet no innovation, no technology towards the remedy of fighting darkness was made, except for fires. And so books were constructed. And so the church decided that they should shift gears and move in a more violent direction, possessing people, killing them, and saying that burning their bodies would make for a more delicious treat for trees, which is why bodies are buried, because we then eat the fruit from the trees. And this is written in the parchments. Yes, deep, deep within the knowledge of scholars. This continues onward today. To this very day, no one knows where or why this has started. However, it is believed by many to be a revolution and part of the monarch. Yes, a dark, ritualistic part of the monarch that will carry on forever. And the earth weeps and laughs.
That's right. I am Kira.